impressive from you today. How did you feel out there playing?
Yeah, I felt pretty good from the start. I thought I had a really good start, and I kept my focus throughout the whole match. I didn't feel that I had too many letdowns, which is important. And when I did have a few slips, I was able to come out with great first serves or really powerful returns. But overall, really happy with the way the match went.
Seeing something a little bit similar from Nadal on the men's side, who had a scare in the second round, and now his last two matches for today anyway went pretty easily and looked much more comfortable. How do you feel the same sort of thing after that early scare relaxes you and settles you down?
I'm not sure if it has anything to do with Nadal, but
Just in a parallel.
yeah, I mean we've kind of been playing either before or after each other on the schedule, so I don't know if that's something to do with it. But of course, when you're down and out like I was in the second match, it's like, I don't want to face that phone call with my father too many times during a tournament. So it's like, I better get my stuff together. So yeah, it was important to change some things around and just to come out with a little bit of a different perspective and yeah, play a bit better. So I'm happy I was able to do that.
What did he say to you?
Well, in a nice version, it was like, this is unacceptable. He's like, it is much easier just having a normal home life. You should try it if you really, I mean, I don't know why you're suffering out there for nothing. So, make it easier for yourself.
Do you think you're suffering for nothing?
Well, he told me that I was working much harder than I had to. If I was maybe a little bit smarter, did a few things a little differently, maybe it could have been easier.
Do you ever want to tell him that you're not a tennis player?
Excuse me?
Do you ever want to tell him, like, you're not a tennis player, you don't understand that these things happen?
No, I actually think he's absolutely right. Deep down inside, I think, sometimes it's encouraging to hear that because no one will tell you that. I like to hear that. I like coming off the court and hearing how it is. That's what I appreciate from my team and Sven, especially as, he's critical, but in a great way. I mean, I'm in a point in my career, I've gone through a few different coaches. I like real people and honesty. I appreciate that very much. I don't need to go around the corners and telling me, you're great and you'll improve in the next one. Like, if you played a terrible match, you played a terrible match. Go out there, go practice, go do whatever it takes to change things around because you're not going to win this tournament that way.
You have Makarova next, and you mentioned on court that it's always tough playing another Russian. Why is that tricky for you?
Well, besides playing another Russian, I'm also facing an opponent that wasn't maybe necessarily a favorite coming into that stage, and that's always a tricky situation because she's going to come into that match free and almost happy to be in that situation, and that's dangerous. I haven't faced a lefty in this tournament yet. She's been using, her lefty serve extremely well from what I've seen. But yeah, I'll be looking out for that and, work on a few things tomorrow and be ready for that match.
How well do you know Makarova? Have you guys ever hit together, train together, hang out together?
We haven't, not too much. We've practiced a little bit, I think during Fed Cup, but that was a few years ago. I think when we played already a few times. I mean, there's no secrets in each other's games, that's for sure.